You know, one of the downsides to the present term-limited system in Michigan is we're losing our institutional memory. When Proposal A was being considered, they had to look at three things, not one. The first was, what do we do in a rising economy? The second was, what do we do in a falling economy? And the third one was, what do we do about capital requirements? The decision then is all three is too tough, we're just going to do one, which is a rising economy. Guess what? We don't have one of those. We haven't had it for some years. So the idea of jumping on Proposal A as the reason for more money for anything is no longer valid. The premise was the economy is improving every year. So the reality is we have to make adjustments. Now, once again, this must be the fault of business. The only flaw I see is we haven't ordered business to collect more taxes for us. Now, if you want to order somebody to collect more taxes for us to cover the $1.2 billion in amendments that were presented throughout the committees on these budgets, then go ahead and put a tax proposal out. And quit talking about revenue enhancement. The answer is tax increase. Use plain English. And stop saying it's business's fault. The flaw here is we have 16 budgets. We have a total of $21 billion combined GF and K-12. 13 billion of that 21 is going to K-12 to include $218 million in general fund. Read the bill. That leaves $8 billion for 15 budgets. And you know what's in those other 15 budgets? Police protection, fire protection, the safety net. And the idea, oh, it's okay, we're just going to do these one at a time and hammer the fact that we don't have enough money. Come on, let's get real here. We all need to do our homework. We're talking about priorities here. And does anyone doubt that our first priority is K-12? 13 out of 21? And another 2 for higher ed? Is education a lower priority? What we were sent here to do is express the priorities of our constituents, all of our constituents, not just police, fire, education, whatever, all of them. Now, with regard to education, I tell my educators that you have a great burden and obligation to make sure our students are educated. But as citizens, as parents, you and the rest of us also have an obligation not to load our kids down with debt. Those two things are in conflict, and we're going to have to sort them out. So please stop taking these things one at a time and bemoaning the fact that there isn't enough money. Understand, there isn't enough money for anything, which is why our job is so tough. How are we going to be fair is the question. And demagoguing and blaming business or pick something isn't going to get us there. So let's just stop that. Let's look at the facts and understand we have some painful decisions to make here.